10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
TVD1 का सफलतापूर्ण प्रज्वलन
Plus
और
5 seconds.
उत्थापन प्रथम प्रमोचन मंच से।
Here we have a textbook liftoff of
Plus 10
TVD1, a
seconds.
major milestone towards ISRO's Gaganyaan mission.
Due to tracking,
Plus 15 seconds.
test vehicle performance normal.
We have a
Plus
confirmation
20
from
seconds.
Range Operations Director that the test vehicle is
Sharp
performing
and accurate.
normally.
Plus 25 seconds.
Shaft to engine
वैज्ञानिकों
window.
ने चैन की सांस ली
Plus
प्रज्वलन के
30
साथ।
seconds.
खुशी की लहर यहाँ।
Has launched. This is of course brand new information that we are getting for all our viewers. Earlier of course the launch had not taken place because it was put on hold. The engine ignition did not take place. Earlier of course there was it was put on hold 5 seconds before it was supposed to launch, and now the launch has taken place. Let's in fact dip into what is taking place. Let's listen in.
All the events have been taking place as per the prediction. The grid fins have been deployed, the test vehicle has been jettisoned.
इस क्रम में अगली घटना CJM मोटर की फायरिंग के साथ क्रू मॉड्यूल को क्रू एस्केप सिस्टम से सेपरेट कर दिया गया है।
Now the crew escape system has been jettisoned, the apex cover has been jettisoned, and now the orbital module is reorienting itself under aerodynamic loading.
जी हाँ, इसके साथ ही डिसेंट फेज शुरू हो चुका है क्रू मॉड्यूल का।
Drogue chutes
Plus 2 minutes.
are decelerating the crew module. Around 200 seconds of this regime will adequately bring down the velocity of the crew module. Thereafter, the pilot chutes will deploy the main parachutes.
ड्रोग शूट डिप्लॉय किए जा चुके हैं। यह करीब 16 किलोमीटर की ऊंचाई पर डिप्लॉय कर दिए गए थे और करीब 200 सेकंड्स में क्रू मॉड्यूल की गति को 152 मीटर प्रति सेकंड से 62.8 मीटर प्रति सेकंड तक लाएंगे।
On your TV screens, the visuals, the real-time visuals of the drogue parachutes in a deployed condition being captured from the crew module. Current altitude 10 kilometers.
Plus 3 minutes.
इस क्रम में अगली घटना जब ऊंचाई 2.4 किलोमीटर की रह जाएगी तब ड्रोग पैराशूट को क्रू मॉड्यूल से अलग कर दिया जाएगा तथा पायलट और मेन पैराशूट डिप्लॉय किए जाएंगे। क्रू मॉड्यूल की गति पूर्व निर्धारित तरीके से कम की जा रही है। यह ड्रोग पैराशूट के कर्षण के कारण होता है।
The intent of drogue parachutes is to reduce the velocity of crew module from 145 meters per second to 51 meters per second. Current velocity 61 meters per second.
क्रू मॉड्यूल धीरे धीरे नीचे आता हुआ ड्रोग पैराशूट
Plus 4 minutes.
उसकी गति कम की जा रही है। 57 मीटर प्रति सेकंड है अभी वर्तमान गति है उसकी।
Next flight event will be triggered by sensing the altitude of 2.5 kilometers, which is the deployment of pilot chutes and then the main parachutes. We are at an altitude of 4.7 kilometers.
अब तक पूरी गतिविधियां पूर्व निर्धारित तरीके से जारी हैं। ऊंचाई धीरे धीरे कम होते हुए गति लगभग 50 मीटर प्रति सेकंड। यहां हम स्क्रीन पर देख सकते हैं दो ड्रोग पैराशूट्स लगभग 5.6 मीटर व्यास के
Plus
ये
5
पैराशूट्स
minutes.
हैं।
Visuals of drogue chutes,
Chute released, main chute deployed.
and there is a confirmation that drogue chutes have been released and
Location
pilot
sensor,
chutes have
USF
enabled the
beacon
main
on.
parachutes to deploy. These main parachutes, which are 3 in number, are very large in size, 25 meters each.
खूबसूरत नज़ारा, ये 3 मेन पैराशूट्स डिप्लॉय हो चुके हैं और यह वह अंतिम चरण है जब क्रू मॉड्यूल की गति को 8.5 मीटर प्रति सेकंड से कम ले आया जाएगा और क्रू मॉड्यूल टच डाउन करेगा।
To bring down the velocity of impingement in the sea to around 8.5
Crew module in
Physics.
descent phase with main chute.
Plus 6 minutes.
relative velocity now 12 meters per second. We are at an altitude of 1.6 kilometers.
परीक्षण पूर्व निर्धारित तरीके से जारी है। गति धीरे धीरे कम होते हुए अब 15 मीटर प्रति सेकंड रह गई है और ऊंचाई 1.5 किलोमीटर्स।
Indian Navy team is readily deployed in the sea around the Sriharikota coast for quickest possible reaching to the crew module and then recovering it.
अंत में टचडाउन के पश्चात मेन पैराशूट को भी क्रू मॉड्यूल से अलग कर दिया जाएगा तथा क्रू मॉड्यूल अपने आसपास रंग बिखेर देगा जिससे इसे लोकेट करने में आसानी होगी। वहां सुरक्षित दूरी पर तैनात
Plus 7 minutes.
भारतीय नौसेना के पोत इसके पास जाकर उसे रिकवर करेंगे।
The crew module is provided with flotation systems and it will be remaining afloat until the recovery crew reaches it. To aid in recovery, sea markers and location transmitters are provided to be identified at the quickest possible time.
यह सब एस्ट्रोनॉट्स को सुरक्षित पृथ्वी पर वापस लाने की प्रक्रिया है।
Crew module in descent phase with main chute.
यह डिसेंट फेज जारी है। मेन पैराशूट के साथ क्रू मॉड्यूल धीरे धीरे नीचे आ रहा है। अब ऊंचाई 0.8 किलोमीटर्स रह गई है।
Plus 8 minutes.
टचडाउन की स्थितियां प्राप्त की जा चुकी हैं।
As we told you, 8.5 meters per second is the benign touchdown velocity. We are now observing around 9 meters per second velocity, while the altitude is around 600 meters.
सभी गतिविधियां पूर्व निर्धारित तरीके से पूर्ण हो रही हैं। इससे पता लगता है कि वैज्ञानिकों की गणना कितनी सटीक है, विश्वसनीय है और उसका ही प्रदर्शन आज यहां किया जा रहा है।
Plus 9 minutes.
300 meters altitude.
ऊंचाई धीरे धीरे कम होते हुए 200 मीटर की ऊंचाई रह गई है। गति 5 मीटर प्रति सेकंड।
When the crew module touches down, eventually the main parachutes also will be released away from the crew module.
Impact is sensed.
Now the confirmation is available for a successful splashdown of the crew module.
क्लियरेंस की घोषणा कर दी गई है। क्रू मॉड्यूल को सुरक्षित टचडाउन करा दिया गया है बंगाल की खाड़ी पर। ये आप विजुअल देख सकते हैं खुशी की लहर वैज्ञानिकों में।
Jubilant ambience in the Mission Control Center here at Satish Dhawan Space Center, Sriharikota. On your TV screens, the visuals live from the Bay of
Handing over to
Bengal.
Mission Director.
This is Mission Director. The TV-D1 mission has fully accomplished its objectives. The crew module has safely landed the targeted point.
मिशन उद्देश्य प्राप्त कर लिया गया है। अब आपको संबोधित करेंगे इसरो अध्यक्ष श्री एस सोमनाथ।
ISRO has achieved a successful test vehicle flight and has moved a step closer to the prestigious Gaganyaan mission. We take leave from you. Do continue to stay tuned for the address by Secretary DOS, Chairman ISRO, Shri S. Somnath.
आप सभी दर्शकों को शुभकामनाएं। हम आपसे आज्ञा लेते हैं।
I'm very happy to announce the successful accomplishment of the TV-D1 mission. The purpose of this mission was to demonstrate the crew escape system for the Gaganyaan program through a test vehicle demonstration in which the vehicle has gone up to a Mach number which is a speed of sound slightly above that and initiated an abort condition for the crew escape system to function. The crew escape system took the crew module away from the vehicle, and subsequent operations of the crew module separation from the crew escape system, all the parachutes opening and touched down in the sea at the required velocity has been very well accomplished, and we have got confirmation of the data of all of this. And we will be further doing the approach recovery operations of the crew module to be collected from the sea, brought to the port by the ships. That activity will continue to happen. Till now, based on the data, everything has performed very nominally and perfect. I would also like to tell the reason for why we had a hold. We initially wanted the launch to happen at 8 o'clock in the morning, but there was some weather-related issues. We have rescheduled the launch to 8:45 a.m. But after going through the nominal lift-off process, there was a hold issued by the ground computer, which is called the automatic launch sequence computer, which detected a sort of a non-conformance for allowing the engine to continue the thrusting to further go. So this happened due to a monitoring anomaly in the system. So we could identify it very, very fast and correct it. And to make the stage ready, it took some time to refill the gases. And that once that has been completed, we went through the proper automatic launch sequence which checked the entire health of the vehicle, and finally the mission computer and the ground checkout computer authorized the launch to take off, which released the rocket from the launch pad, and subsequent activities of the flight as well as the post termination abort sequence also got executed perfectly. So I'm very happy that our team could understand in case of any anomaly how to rectify and come back fast. And congratulations to everybody. This is a big training for the entire team here to prepare for the Gaganyaan program. I'm very happy that launch could take place today within the allocated launch window. And we will come back with more analysis and data of this mission on recovery of the crew module, which is happening now. We are having views from coming from the sea, from the drones, cameras which are being taking them. Before we get any further updates, I would like to introduce the Mission Director, Sri S. Shivakumar, and the Director of the Crew Module and Crew Escape System to you. So over to Shivakumar.
तो बेहद ही
Well, of course, we've just heard right now ISRO Chief S. Somnath talking about the fact that the earlier anomaly was discovered and they had in fact corrected the issue, but the team had made a very fast comeback. He has congratulated team ISRO regarding the success of the crew module touchdown. We had of course earlier watched the crew module having launched and having in fact touched down along with the parachutes safely at the Bay of Bengal. He's of course expressed the elation of all members of ISRO. They were of course happy that the launch could take place, and they have stated that they will come back with more analysis. Let's listen in.
Demonstrated in the very first attempt, but for the initial hitch, but that's nothing a problem at all. All the systems performed well. I thank you for all the support provided by the entire team of ISRO across all centers of VSSC, LPSC, IPRC, IASU, SDSC, HSFC, etc. Thank you all, sir. It was a penance for us for the last 3-4 years, and then we have reached the D-Day today. And it was a very happy occasion that we could make it on the very first attempt. Thank you.
Now, Mr. R. Hutton, he is the mission executive for the crew module realization and also the mission director of the Gaganyaan.
Excellent. Hearty congratulations to all, my dear team ISRO and team India. As mission director has already said, I am not getting any words to appreciate the whole team. In fact, it's as far as the Gaganyaan program is concerned, this is the first major milestone. In fact, this is going to be a great motivator for all of us in the Gaganyaan, cut across all the ISRO centers. And in this particular Gaganyaan, the most important is the safety of the crew. And the safety of the crew that has been demonstrated in this excellent mission, the test vehicle mission, where we have simulated an abort and how the crew escape system carries the crew module away like a bird is taking its chicken and then to a safe place. You know, the Gaganyaan vehicle, though it is fully robust and reliable, but then we can't take anything to the chance. And therefore, if any malfunction happens, there has to be a system in the launch vehicle which is called the crew escape, which will take the crew module away and safely take the crew module and then land. This is what exactly has been demonstrated today in this first mission of the test vehicle. So at this moment, I would like to thank and congratulate the test vehicle project team led by Mr. Shivakumar, the mission director, his vehicle director, Mr. Shivamurugan, and all associated members of the project, the centers, not only from Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, cut across all the ISRO centers who have contributed for this launch vehicle. It's a novel vehicle which has been derived from the liquid propulsion, the snap-on stage of the GSLV, but entirely it's a new architecture. And I also like to congratulate the escape what is made possible through the crew escape system, the team behind me, led by Mr. Sunil, as well as Mr. Anand, and all the centers who have contributed, and the crew module. The crew module, in fact, the total assembly integration has been done by the new center, Human Space Flight Center. The young team, which are in the 20s to 25s, that age group has totally done it. Of course, there are old seniors are also there who are young at heart, who are also guided them, not only from this Human Space Flight Center, but great support from VSSC and all other centers who have contributed many systems for the crew module. So I take this opportunity to congratulate all our teams at Human Space Flight Center and all the other centers of ISRO. And also the final leg, we have seen how the parachute got deployed at. Yes, sir? Yeah. So I congratulate all the members who have participated in this mission, ADRD, as well as the DRDO agencies, as well as all the industries and other agencies. So let me thank once again and congratulations. Thank you very much.
The crew escape system is a very novel system. So the chief of the crew escape system design, Mr. Sunil.
Respected Chairman ISRO and all senior members, directors of centers. What should I say about this launch? It's such a perfect launch. We had a very good liftoff, and the crew escape system has functioned as it has planned. All the 4 motors fired, and the crew mode has come down with precision. So I'd like to take this occasion to thank all of the people who have worked behind this, the whole team, that is Team ISRO I can call, who has supported us all through this. We took around 2 to 3 months for completing all these activities at SHAR, and the people who have supported us and getting it done. And I thank everybody, and thank you. Jai Hind.
I will also request the Director of the Human Space Flight Center, Mr. M. Mohan, to address very shortly.
Good morning to all. This has been the first opportunity for the Gaganyaan mission to commence its journey, a long journey in the future to come. And I'm extremely happy that this Gaganyaan crew module, what now we are showing it live, floating in the ocean around 10 kilometers from the coast. And this has been a great journey for the young team of HSFC who has prepared the crew module, and from scratch to the final configuration, accommodating all the parachutes and all the systems, and including the onboard systems, and perfectly timing all the openings of the parachutes, of the drogue chutes, the main chute, and finally we were able to capture, through the support of the Indian Navy, who are now ready to recover the crew module from the ocean anytime, and pick it up to the ship and then move it to the port at Chennai. And we are keenly awaiting to see physically the crew module at Chennai port by evening today. So let me at this occasion thank all the centers and all the HSFC team members for having this excellent performance of the first milestone, major milestone of the Gaganyaan program. Thank you very much.
I request the Director of the VSSC Center, who is taking the responsibility to design this new vehicle, which is very unique in its configuration and shape, Dr. Unikrishnan Nair.
Good morning. The maiden flight of test vehicle along with crew module and crew escape system has been a total success, as we have seen. Though it's a small vehicle, it has got all the complex systems, and all the systems have worked normally. And the parachute system, you could see the parachute has got 7 mortars and then 10 parachutes. All of them worked. In fact, it is redundancies there, but everything was worked.
All right, joining us on the broadcast is Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh. Good morning, sir, and thank you for speaking to NewsX. A successful test has been conducted. Crew module has touched down successfully. What is your very first reaction? How elated are you?
That's a very Hello.
Hello, yes, I can hear you.
Please.
So how elated are you with the success of the crew module touchdown during the test?
You would in a single sentence describe this as the first successful step in the last leg of the journey towards the ultimate Gaganyaan, because this was the maiden test flight. Now, learning from the success of it, we'll have a series of more. This was TVD1, we might have D2, D3, testing the various components, evaluating their performance as was done today about the crew module and how safely it can be brought back. And then subsequently, finally, when we are satisfied now, we might go in for a full-fledged kind of a dress rehearsal, unmanned human spaceship. And then just for 3 or 4 months prior to the actual Gaganyaan, we might have a robo flight performing the same activity as the actual human astronauts, which would happen just about 3-4 months before the final Gaganyaan. So I think this is the beginning of a very critical phase in the last chapter towards the culmination of the Gaganyaan launch.
And sir, is this testament to India's space mission progressing at a very rapid pace?
Absolutely. I think one must appreciate that even though our space journey became much later after Soviet Union and the USA, today we are offering them cues, offering them leads. Especially I think the biggest evidence is Chandrayaan. We have landed in the southern pole, which is a virgin area, and the inputs gathered by us are actually being awaited very eagerly by the other countries. And I think I must give credit to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. This has been possible because he gave us the enabling milieu after these new reforms and the shackles of the past had been done away with in the last 3-4 years. You would appreciate that we just in 3-4 years we have more than 150 startups, private startups working in collaboration with ISRO, some of them turning into very lucrative entrepreneurs. Earlier on, we were deprived of the funds, we were deprived of the knowledge sharing, and now ISRO has opened up to all these stakeholders. It's a synergized whole of nation effort, which is actually defining the success of each of the missions now.
Indeed, sir, and there is of course a vision to build our own space station by 2035. Is this the first step towards that?
Absolutely, and by 2040 maybe an Indian would land on the surface of the moon.
All right, sir. With that, I would like to thank you for taking time out, speaking to us on NewsX as we celebrate this very first milestone of the Gaganyaan mission. Of course, we would have heard ISRO Chief S. Somnath also earlier hail the success. He has expressed the elation of the team ISRO and of course Union Minister Jitendra Singh speaking to us, also expressing his elation and excitement regarding the success of this mission. But of course, joining us on the broadcast is also Mr. Suresh Nayak, former ISRO scientist. Good morning, sir, and thank you for joining us on NewsX. A successful test has been conducted. There were, slight hiccups in the beginning, early in the morning, but ISRO, of course, has tided over that obstacle. And another great success as far as our space journey is concerned. How excited are you, in fact, for the Gaganyaan mission now that stage 1 has seen considerable amount of success?
I'm extremely excited because, hats off to ISRO. They quickly analyzed what was holding the flight, and remedial action was taken, and they already completed the successful flight. Of course, it was going to take only a few minutes, but what has happened is as per the textbook. Everything happened as per the procedure, precisely as per the plan. And, this is a tremendous confidence boosting event, because now we can go ahead with TV D2 test, which is forthcoming. In that we will use the data, flight data, which we have recovered through this TV D1 flight. It will give you a validation of many of the parameters which we have designed into this. And if we feel that there are some modifications are required to be carried out, for example, I will tell you, in TV D1 flight, we had used a crew model which was unpressurized, whereas in Gaganyaan actual mission, that is going to be obviously pressurized, atmospheric-like condition, so that, astronauts will be very comfortable. And when this change is going to happen from the test to the actual thing, so we are using in this case unpressurized module. So all other size and everything is same. So this particular change might be incorporated into the test, second test. I think so. And though I feel that it is not going to make much difference, but they would like to be doubly sure about this. And that will be one change I expect, and I don't think there is any other changes required to be carried out. We have to see only. You see, what happens is, when in space technology a new design is taken up, and it goes through the performance, we have to have at least 3 versions of that, 3 flights, and one after other, all the 3 flights should be successful. That is why we have got, in this case, 4 flights. One additional flight, because ISRO always gives maximum importance, giving maximum importance to the human lives. And that is why there are so many tests are being carried out. And in addition to this kind of a crew escape system, we have got another system, another testing being carried out there. That is, actually you drop from the helicopter the crew model system and find out how really its trajectory is going to be. And there are so many other tests will be done, plus our what we call as G1 test. G1 is the actual test where there are no human being will be there, but everything will be same. It will go to the space and come back. After that, one addition is going to take place, that is putting a humanoid in place of astronaut. We will put a humanoid. Most of the work carried out by the astronaut will be carried out by the computer, humanoid. So that is going to be the next step. And then we will have G3. G3 is a D-Day. That is going to happen after 2 years, and we will all wish and hope that that also will be successful, because one thing I already mentioned in other channel, I think. So ISRO's now ethos is important. ISRO's ethos is it plan for failure scenarios, okay, and see that the corrective actions are taken into the design. And this has paid rich dividends in Chandrayaan-3, and it created history, putting our lander on the southern portion of the moon. And now this ethos, this fail-safe method, today's test is a part of that.
Indeed.
We are introducing a fault and finding out our system is still, our astronauts are still safe. And though it is carried out at 12-kilometer height, we are going, this test will be valid for any higher levels and higher speeds.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.